The film begins on Troll Mountain in Norway, where a girl named Sasha is camping with her boyfriend, Tommy, to reach the summit together. Once they wake up, they climb the mountain until they are just a little bit away from the peak. Sasha keeps trying to climb over a large rock, but she fails to pass it several times. Despite her many attempts, she can't get past it. Tommy, her boyfriend, tells her they should camp there and try again tomorrow because of the storm coming their way. Sasha agrees. They set up their tent and sit inside. Inside the tent, Tommy tells her, "We don't have the luck to reach the top. Let's go down and try to climb another mountain." Sasha gets upset, takes his compass from him, throws it, and tells him, "We've already climbed half the mountain, and you're telling me this now?" Tommy apologizes and says, "Let's go down and camp a bit lower because the storm is strong and could blow our tent away." So they both head down the mountain with their tent, but the storm causes ice to fall from the mountain onto them. Tommy loses his balance and he gets hit. Sasha tries to hold on to him and wake him up. She can't, so she is forced to let go of the rope, and Tommy falls and dies.
We then move to a place in Australia. 5 months later, we see Sasha going camping in a place called Wadara, carrying a bracelet and Tommy's compass after his death. She walks along the path until she reaches the camping police station. There, the officer says, "I advise you not to camp alone because there are many missing people whose bodies haven't been found yet." Sasha replies, "Don't worry, I've been through many dangers and I know how to look after myself." She registers her information, leaves, and stops at a gas station to get some supplies. There, a group of hunters bothers her and doesn't leave her alone until another hunter named Ben defends her and makes them leave. Sasha thanks him and pays for her items, adding a bag of dried meat that Ben makes himself. Take note of this bag because you will be surprised later.
Anyway, Sasha heads to her car, but she doesn't know the way to the campsite she's going to, so she asks Ben for help since he's standing nearby. When Ben comes over, he shows her the way she wants, but he tells her about a bay called Blackstone that has beautiful natural hot springs that she would really like. Sasha likes the idea, takes her things, and drives until she reaches a spot near the sea where she wants to camp. She prepares her bag, puts her bracelet and pepper spray inside, because the whole situation has felt uneasy since she arrived. Suddenly, the 2 cars carrying the hunters who bothered her at the gas station pull up. Sasha calmly gets into her car, staying awake with her pepper spray to defend herself if anything happens. Fortunately, the hunters don't do anything to her. They finish what they were doing and leave.
The next morning, Sasha wakes up and doesn't dwell on the hunters who bothered her. She takes her boat, gets into the water, and thoroughly enjoys this new adventure, which is her first time doing something like this. Night falls, so she camps near a fire and hangs up her swimsuit. She sleeps in her tent until she wakes up to the sound of a crow. She's surprised because she hadn't seen any crows nearby. She gets out of the tent and finds that all her belongings are gone. When she returns to the tent to pack it up, she finds a snake inside. So she leaves it and takes her boat back onto the water. She does all this to continue her journey to Blackstone Bay, which Ben told her about. She arrives there and finds a boat parked by the shore. So she goes to see whose it is, hoping they can help her. When she reaches the tent area, she finds it's Ben, who helped her earlier at the gas station. When he sees her, he offers to let her eat with him and says he can help her since he has plenty of supplies and will give her half. Sasha agrees because he helped her before and seems kind, but she doesn't know what is about to happen to her. Ben prepares the food and tries to start a conversation, asking her how long she has been camping. Sasha tells him she used to climb mountains with her boyfriend, but after his death, she tried camping in the forest because she loves adventure. They eat, and Sasha tells him she suspects the people who stole her bag are the hunters who bothered her at the gas station.
Ben tells her it's not certain, since she didn't do anything to them. Ben then enters his tent to get his boots and put them on. He tells Sasha that he was the one at her campsite, and he laughs hysterically. She's terrified by his behavior and tells him she needs to leave. Ben stops her, and she notices he is wearing her bracelet, which terrifies her even more. Then Ben goes to the tent, throws her bag outside, and comes out holding a bow, her phone, and a trap. Sasha stands there, terrified and in shock, not knowing what to do. Ben plays a song and tells her, "You have until the song ends. I'm going to chase you, and if I see you, I'll kill you." Sasha is still in shock and doesn't snap out of it until Ben makes the raven sound she heard at her campsite.
She quickly grabs her bag and runs to her boat. Suddenly, she hears that the song has ended, so she paddles as fast as she can, hoping to get away from where Ben is.
Ben then goes to hunt her down, tracking her footprints as she walks along the water. Sasha keeps paddling, but because of the strong current, her boat flips over and she hits her head. Luckily, she manages to get out of the water. When she gets out, she keeps looking for someone to help her until she hears the sound of a family nearby. When she approaches the source of the sound, she is shocked to find it is a recorded video playing on a phone of a family camping, and Ben is the one who filmed them. Suddenly, she finds an arrow shot at her. Turns out Ben set this trap for her. Sasha runs as fast as she can, and Ben chases her, continuing to shoot at her with his bow until he manages to hit her. The arrow strikes her leg, wounding her, and Sasha falls off the edge of a cliff.
When she falls into the water, she struggles and manages to get out safely. She takes her clothes out of her bag to put them on and prepares the pepper spray in case Ben appears. She immediately runs into the forest and climbs a mountain into a cave, hoping to escape far from Ben. She successfully climbs the mountain into the cave, only to find herself in the middle of a large forest surrounded by many rocks. Realizing she won't be able to escape Ben, she pulls out her binoculars and sees a boat from a distance. She wants to reach it before Ben reaches her, but suddenly she hears the raven sound that Ben makes, and even the birds are scared by his noise. Sasha quickly hides behind a tree and tries to look for him again. Unfortunately, Ben sees her and stares at her while laughing.
Sasha quickly runs back up the mountain she climbed and buries herself among the rocks. Then Ben arrives and makes his raven sound to startle Sasha into revealing herself. She stays still until Ben moves away, but she comes out and sees him swimming in the river next to his boat. She immediately gets into the water and swims beneath it like a frog so Ben won't see her, until she reaches the boat to untie the rope. However, Ben has set a trap for her at the rope, and she falls into it. She tries to free herself quickly, but unfortunately, Ben arrives and pulls her with the rope attached to the trap. Sasha sprays pepper spray in his face, but it's no use. Ben is a seasoned madman, puts his face in the water and returns to threaten her with his bow.
The next morning, he takes her on his boat while she is shackled. He tells her he found out her name from the record she filled out with the ranger when she got her camping permit. He also learned that her husband died the last time they were climbing mountains together. She keeps distracting him while looking for something to escape with, until she notices a sharp tool and thinks about hitting him on the head. Unfortunately, Ben sees her, throws her into the river, and drags her behind him like a sheep, not caring if she hits the rocks in the river or about her life at all, until they arrive safely at a cave between the mountains. When they enter the cave, Sasha sees all the missing people whose bodies were still being searched for. She becomes convinced that this is the end for her.
She stays extremely tense and begs him to let her go and leave her alone. Ben disappears with incredible speed, and she keeps looking everywhere to find him, but she is shocked when Ben makes the raven sound.
And he appears in front of her and pulls her quickly. In seconds, he hangs her up by her hands to begin killing her. He shows her the salt solution he uses to cure the victim's meat, which he sells in bags at the gas station. Sasha keeps looking around until she finds a picture of him with his mother. She tries to influence him, telling him, "Your mother must have been very kind to you, since you still keep her picture." Ben stands up and says to her, "Do you know the last thing my mother said to me? Gino loves Ben, and Ben loves Gino." Because of this, Ben hugs her and tells her that he will preserve her, taxidermy her too, keep her. As soon as Ben gets close, Sasha bites his ear off until he collapses. Sasha climbs down from the conveyor she was hanging from and runs quickly toward the waterfall in the cave. Ben tries to pull her, but Sasha pulls back and he falls with her. They both keep falling down the waterfalls in front of them. Sasha manages to struggle and get out of the water, but Ben hits his head and passes out. Sasha tries to cut the rope tied between them, but unfortunately, she can't. She finds a rock and uses it to cut the rope. Just then, Ben wakes up like a cat. Here, she manages to grab the rope and strangle him with it. Ben resists and tries to strangle her to end her life. At the last moment, he changes his mind. Sasha takes the opportunity to push him away, picks up a nearby stone, and keeps hitting his leg until it breaks. They both lie there, unable to move due to their injuries, and they sleep in the same place because they are still connected by the rope.
The next morning, they are still in the same spot. Sasha sees a large mountain in front of her and tells Ben they must climb it. This is because if they go back through the forest, it will take another 12 days. She tells him there's no way he'll survive that long with a broken leg, as he might lose it to infection. Sasha suggests, Ben, what if you untie me and we climb the mountain together? That way, we can get help for your leg. Ben agrees, keeping her tied with another rope so that if she betrays him, he can pull her down and kill her.
While climbing, Sasha thinks about untying the rope to get rid of Ben, but unfortunately, he notices and pulls the rope, causing her to fall from the rocks. He pulls her back up and tells her not to do it again or try to escape. Sasha continues climbing until she reaches a safe point where she can execute her plan. She ties the rope connecting them to a tree nearby in case he tries to pull her. As soon as she starts untying herself, Ben pulls her, but because the rope is tied to the tree, Sasha doesn't fall immediately. She manages to undo the belt holding the rope and frees herself. She looks at Ben, essentially saying goodbye, and quickly unties the rope from the tree. Ben falls off the mountain, and his head is left unrecognizable.
Sasha is happy to be free. Now she has to climb the mountain without tools. Biggest problem is that she encounters a rock similar to the one she couldn't climb at the beginning of the movie, which caused her husband's death. Sasha gathers her strength and manages to pass the rock after great struggle. Finally, she collapses on the summit. Unable to believe she went through all those dangers and succeeded, she begins walking through the forest and drinking from the river to keep going until she reaches the road. She stops a passing car, which turns out to be a family camping, and asks them to take her to the camping security center.
When she arrives, she goes in and sees all the pictures of the missing victims whose bodies were never found. The guard asks her if she needs help, and Sasha tells him she knows the locations of all the missing bodies. Indeed, a large group of police arrives at the scene and manages to recover all the bodies from the cave Ben had created. Afterward, Sasha continues on her way in her car. She stops at the shore and feels happy that she performed a heroic deed, freeing many souls and bringing peace to the hearts of many families. But suddenly, she hears the raven sound that Ben used to make. And with that, the movie ends. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe.